of public funds. Players in the education sector urged to support government in promoting education to assist Malawi achieve her 2063 development agenda. And in business, the Ministry of Trade working towards growing savings and credit cooperative societies to enhance financial inclusion. Welcome back. Democratic Progressive Party DPP Vice President for the North, Jabi Mhango, has urged people of Rumpi Central to vote for the party's candidate Moya Walita Nkandawire in the forthcoming by-election. Mhango made the call at Chigwawa in the constituency during the by-election campaign launch. Blessings Kondoe reports.
Addressing the gathering at Chikwawa Primary School ground in Rumpi District, DPP Vice President responsible for the North, Jabi Mhango, said people of Rumpi Central should vote for Moya Walita Nkandawire for continued development. He said DPP government is, among others, fixing the country's economy for the betterment of Malawians.
The economy is now being rebuilt. Now all the fundamentals are changing. Inflation is now at around 25%. A good indication that the economy is on the path to recovery. Malawians have got hope, have got confidence in the President Professor Tabita Mutharika. And that is why, come 17th March, we are appealing, and I believe very much that people of Rumpi Central will come out in their numbers, cast their vote for Walita Moya Nkandawire, who will be our candidate in this constituency.
Regional Governor for the North, Christopher Mzomela, said DPP is people-centered, as evidenced by the reduced prices of maize from 100,000 kwacha to around 42,000 kwacha per 50 kilogram bag.
If you see the symbol of our party is maize. Now we are talking about 4 months from the day when Professor Tabita Mutharika was elected as a president of this country. And you have seen, people they were expecting that the bag of 50 kg could be going at 150,000 as of now. But you will see that the bag of maize is going at 55,000 when the government is buying from the farmers. But themselves at the local market, they are buying even at 38,000, a thing which every Malawian was not expecting.
The party's candidate, Moya Walita Nkandawire, said he will create economic opportunities for women and the young people. The by-election will take place on 17th March 2026. Blessings Gondwe, MBC News, Rumpi.
In business news, the Ministry of Trade is working towards growing savings and credit cooperative societies circles, saying they are crucial for financial inclusion. Secretary for Industrialization, Business, Trade and Tourism in the Ministry, Whiskers Nkombezi, made the remarks during the 24th Annual General Meeting for Mpozitsi Sako in Blantyre. Charles Pensolo reports.
AGM board chairperson from Mpozitsi Sako, Flora Mombe-Seyama, said despite facing challenges, the entity has registered successes. She said in a period of 3 years, they have grown from 4.5 billion kwacha to 8.1 billion kwacha in assets and moved from 147 million kwacha to 812 million kwacha in profits. However, Seyama called on government to assist in civic educating Malawians on the need to save so that many Malawians join circles for their own benefit.
I would ask the government to encourage all members of the society to preach a word of learning to save, a culture of savings from young people. People should learn. To the government, I would talk about even in the curriculum.
Malawi Union of Savings and Credit Cooperatives, MOSCO, is the mother body of all circles in the country. While commending Mpozitsi Sako for transforming livelihoods of Malawians, Central Finance Facility Manager for Moscow, Ezekiel Tindwa, who was also present during the AGM, called on SACCOs in the country to strive for their growth in membership and promised to provide technical support on the same.
We require SACCOs to grow, and that's the key denominator for the SACCO growth. So membership is one of the areas where we are still struggling, and we are doing a lot on the marketing or sensitization to Malawians to join SACCOs.
Secretary for Industrialization, Business, Trade and Tourism in the ministry, Wiskes Nkombezi, who was also guest of honor during the event, promised government support towards the flourishing of SACCOs in the country.
What we want is a vibrant and bigger movement in the country. So that's why I said, in a country that has close to 22 million people, we cannot be talking about less than 300,000 people as members of the SACCO movement. We need the SACCO movement to start registering millions.
Mponzesi SACCO is among top 4 biggest SACCOs in the country. And during the event, there were many resolutions that were made as the entity also ushered in new office bearers. Its members who managed to rope in more new members were awarded with cash, motorcycles and bicycles, among others. Charles Pensulo, MPC News, Blantyre.
The media network on tobacco has urged tobacco farmers across the country to refrain from selling their produce before the official opening of the tobacco market, warning that early sales drive prices down. The appeal comes amid growing concerns that vendors are exploiting farmers in areas such as Malingunde, Dowa, and Kasungu by purchasing the green leaf tobacco at as low as 4,000 kwacha per kilogram. In an interview with NBC, MNT President Alfred Chawa condemned the malpractice of side selling, saying it weakens farmers' bargaining power and undermines the integrity of the tobacco marketing system.
We have noted few things that we want to communicate to the tobacco farmers and indeed the industry as a whole. One, we have noted with great concern that currently the tobacco farmers have already started selling tobacco to vendors. We have monitored in various places in Kasungu, Dowa. This has also is happening in Mitundu. The tobacco, for example, in Mitundu, they are selling at a minimum price of 4,000 Malawi kwacha per kilogram. If you compare this amount of money, it's very small. We are calling the farmers to stop doing this. I know we are undergoing the financial crisis in terms of economically, but this should not be the option.
Founder of Christian Enlightened Gathering, ECG, Prophet Shepard Bushiri, has appealed to young couples to honor matrimonial vows as one way of reducing high divorce rate in the country. Prophet Bushiri made the call at Kalipano Hotel, where he was invited to deliver a lecture on Valentine's Day. Isaac Charlie has a report.
Addressing couples on Valentine's Day, Prophet Shepard Bushiri advised people in the country to respect marriage, which is God's divinely ordained institution. Bushiri stressed that if people honored matrimonial vows and followed the principles of communication, commitment, compromise, and tolerance in marriages, Malawi wouldn't have high statistics of divorce as it is in the courts, besides high cases of mental problems such as depression. Bushiri observed that peaceful marriages and affairs are crucial in building peaceful and cohesive societies that can contribute or participate in national development.
Marriages break, if relationships break, it is not just the family that suffers. It is the precedence that is created for your own children, that even in them stop respecting marriage like an institution. And this is why we want to encourage people during this season that love one another. There are only 3 things that will maintain your marriage, and we normally call them the 3 C's. Commitment. Once you commit to your partner. Number 2, communication. Communication is very important. I can speak to my wife the very same thing but the way I speak it, I may communicate in a wrong way, or I may understand her in a wrong way. And that's communication. If when you master communication in a relationship or in a marriage, then you are good to go. And the last is compromise. Most relationships or marriages break because there is no compromise.
For his part, Managing Director of Kalipano Hotel, host of the lecture, Bob Zombe, said such interactions can help reverse some social ills in society, such as abusive marriages. He said through the engagement with Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, people have learned to love their partners, not only on Valentine's Day.
Inviting him as somebody who has got a lot of followers, on top of that, he is in front of the Bible that we follow. It really shows that a lot of people who knows what the Bible says, they will be able to understand what this day means. So I would really wish to say they should learn and dig deep what love means. It's not a day of just to say, let's love today and tomorrow we forget what it is. No, but it's a day that we should reflect how it has been in the past and how will it be the future. If the future will be just like the past, then we are not learning something.
Divorce rate in Malawi is considered one of the highest in Africa, and the trend is common, especially among young couples. Reports indicate that drivers of divorce include infidelity and economic pressures. Hence, such talks by prominent spiritual leaders can help save marriages. Isaac Jali, MBC, Doha.
Moving on to sports, Zimbabwe Premier Soccer League side Caps United claimed a narrow 1-0 victory over Malawi's Silver Strikers at Silver Stadium in Lilongwe on Sunday. The only goal of the match came from Brett Amidu on 80 minutes, who unleashed a powerful strike from outside the box, finding the far corner to give the visitors the lead they would hold until full time. Speaking after the match, Caps United coach Teksho Chiragwi said the game was a valuable test for his squad. Silver Strikers coach Mapopa Msugwa praised his side's efforts, noting that they created several opportunities but failed to convert them into goals. The two sides will meet again at Silver Stadium this week on Wednesday for another friendly encounter. And well, that item also concludes this edition of MBC News. A recap of our top stories before we leave. Governance experts applaud President Mutharika for his bold decision against corruption and misuse of public funds. Players in the education sector urged to support government in promoting education to assist Malawi achieve her 2063 development agenda. And in business, the Ministry of Trade working towards growing savings and credit cooperative societies to enhance financial inclusion. For more updates, visit MBC Digital on Facebook, X and Instagram. You've been with me, Evelis Chingambe. Thanks for watching and good morning.